that has a chain-like type of representation is streptococci. The answer is what? Streptococci. Staphylococcus look differently. Are we together? Actually, we ought to know. Please pay attention. Like I told you, while you mark, you pay attention, because the real thing is you learning the reason why you failed, if eventually you did. You get? Now, we ought to know the sizes and shape of different bacteria for such questions as this. Vibrio is a bacteria that look like this, and Vibrio actually causes what? Stomach upset, causing diarrhea and cholera. Are you with me? Salmonella typhi is rectangular in shape, and it is actually causes what we call typhoid fever. Are we together? What other one? Staphylococcus aureus. Staphylococcus aureus is oval in shape. Okay, that is staph, and it causes staph infection. Causes what? Staph infection. Is that clear? Then streptococci. Streptococci is arranged in chain. They look this way. Okay, and they can cause sore throat. They can cause sore throat. Ask your question.
Is this how bacteria look like? You check microscope.
How they look like?
Like use microscope.
Now, these are all bacteria. There are general structure of bacterium. Alright, there's a general structure of bacterium, but every bacteria doesn't look alike. Are you following? Now, most bacteria look like this. Most bacteria, when you look at them through an electron microscope, they will look like this. Okay? Most bacteria look like this. Okay, having strands of chromosomes. They are going to have strands of chromosomes. This is example of strands of chromosomes, because most bacteria do not have nucleus. Are you aware? They do not have nucleus, and that is why they are called prokaryotic organisms. So they do not have what? Nucleus. So what they have is what? Strands of chromosomes. Okay, so most of them look this way, but they vary in shape. That's why when you do laboratory tests, the medical lab scientists will do what we call staining of microorganisms to be able to ascertain which type is that. When you view it through a microscope, most of them look alike. Some live in colony. Alright, they live in colony. So, but when you do staining of the microorganism using certain ink like methyl blue to stain the microorganism, you could see organelles like this. Then you can see organelles that if it is spirilla or spirochetes, you'll be able to see how it look like. Are you following? If it's a strep, you will not see the chain arrangement. If it's a staph, you can see it. If it's a vibrio, you can see it. If it's a salmonella, you can see it the way it is. Then we can now prescribe medication for that.
All but one is a secretary product of mammals.
All but one is a secretary product of mammals. So answer is physics. Of course, you know it's a bonus. I know most of you should get it correctly. The only one that is not a secretary product of mammal is physics. You get? Every other one is what? A secretary product. Like I told you, physics is simply undigested particles of food. The food that didn't digest is what we remove as what? Physics. But the one that digests goes out as into the cells, and after the cell must have used them, we generate such product, a secretary product like carbon 4 oxide, urea, sweat, and so on and so forth. Bile is even a secretary product too. You get? So physics is the only answer that is not a secretary product. It's a waste product, but not what? A secretary product, because a secretary product is a product of metabolism. You get? A waste generated as a result of metabolism of substances in your body. All right, next one.
A plant that grows in another plant without a parent or those plants.
All right, a plant that grows on another plant without apparent harm on the plant is called an epiphyte. An epiphyte. Epiphyte grows on another one without apparent harm. There are other options that we may need to look at. We talked about saprophytes, right? Saprophytic organisms are organisms that feed on dead decaying matter. All right. Example: mushroom, mold, yeast. Are you there? Toadstool. All fungi are saprophytic in nature. Are we together? Which other ones are mentioned there? Mention parasite, Abi. Parasites are any organism that live inside a host, in and on a host, and causes harm to the host. We call it a parasite. Okay, like malaria parasite, like many of them. Okay, one woman came to my office one day and said, "Different way you have when my parasite." So, woman, malaria is not different from parasite. If you have malaria, that means you have the parasite. It's simple as that. So, because sometimes when you mention parasite, you feel like it's a one big something somewhere. Once an organism live inside your body and benefit from your body and then cause harm, it is called what? A parasite. And some of you are parasite to your parents. Yes, now. Some of you eat the woman food. You spend her money. You live in his house, in her house. She will clothe you, do everything to you, and in return, you give her headache. May God deliver you from parasitism in Jesus' name. Okay, next question.
The most abundant phyla in the animal kingdom is.
Alright, the most abundant phyla in the animal kingdom is the arthropoda. The arthropode. Okay? Inside the arthropode, we have the most abundant one, which is what? The insecta. Are you following? Insect is one of the arthropods. In fact, insect alone makes 70% of the whole animal kingdom. Yes.
One of the functions of the.
Excuse me, somebody is asking questions. I'm here to hear you. Okay. Somebody is bringing up an argument. He said, probably he heard that animals that live in water is more numerous than animals that live on land. That could be true. It does not dispute our answer. Most of the animals that live in water belong to different phyla. We are talking about different phyla. Are we together? Insects, or rather arthropods, does not make up animals that live on land. Do you understand me? It's just one of them that live on land. So, and everything that live inside, amphibians live inside the water. Mammals live inside the water. Are we together? Pisces live inside the water. Are you there? Are you listening what I'm saying? So, animals that live inside the water is cut across different phyla. So, we are talking about animals that live on land and the one that live in water. And the one that live in water is likely going to be higher in numerous. You get? So, than the one that live in water, because they are made of different phyla. But when we classify animals according to their phyla, arthropod is the most abundant phyla. Is that clear? Of course, arthropod has 4 classes. One is what? Is crustacean. First one is crustacean. Crustacean is made of crayfish, prawn, lobsters, and all that. Okay. The second one is insecta. Mosquito, housefly, fly, butterfly, and all of that. Okay. Then we have the myriapoda, that is centipede and millipede, and then we have what? The arachnida, that is what? What do you call it? Scorpions, spider, and mites. Is that clear? So they are the most abundant. Next.
One of the functions of xylem is that.
One of the functions of xylem is to strengthening the tissue of the plant. Strengthening, okay? But you know that xylem primarily is a conducting vessel that conducts what? Water All right, the way you have blood, what do you call it, blood vessels, arteries and vein in animal, that's where we have phloem and xylem. Phloem and xylem perform the work of conducting material in plants. Are we together? All right, so while xylem conduct water, phloem conducts food. Is that okay? But in addition to that, xylem, because of turgidity of water in this tissue that makes them to be strong, they now provide support to the plant so that the plant can be alcohol kind of. Next.
A trawler on a fishing trip caught a type of animal with hair on his body. This animal could have been that.
Alright, a trawler on a fishing trip. Alright, a trawler on a fishing trip caught an animal that has some characteristics which include having hairs on their body. Are we together? And what again?
This animal.
Alright, so the animal in description, since it has hair, is likely going to be a mammal. Alright, it's a mammal. An onion bulb can be differentiated from a chick cell by possession of dash. Alright, an onion bulb is a plant bulb or organ, right? While a chick cell is animal. Simple put, what's the difference between a plant cell and animal cell? And that is possession of chloroplast. Is that okay? Possession of what? Chloroplast, not plasmanelemma, not all of those options. The correct option is possession of chloroplast. Are we together? A feature in plant that performs similar function with the testes in mammal is the dash.
Anta.
Correct. Anta perform. What's the function of testes? Testes produces sperm, spermatozoa, right? Which eventually fertilizes ova. So anta produces pollen grain that fertilizes what? Stigma. So in other words, male reproductive organ of plant is anta, while stigma is the female reproductive. Exactly. Next question.
If you find bacteria keep the soil fertile by converting ammonia salt.
Converting what?
Ammonia salt to
By converting ammonia salt to nitrates. Which other option? You guys should leave all the options there. Are you saying that you got all of them correct? Okay, the answer is by converting ammonium salt to nitrates. Actually, insectivorous plants are plants that trap and kill insects. Those are the plants that usually grow in nitrogen deficient environment. Are you following? Yes, so they do that in order to get the. I think I'm answering second question. Answer another question too. So, but they trap that insect to do what? To get oxygen. So they then convert the oxygen to get nitrogen rather. They then convert it to what? Nitrogen. Okay. Next question.
A characteristic that can possibly be shared by living and non-living things.
A characteristic that can possibly be shared by what? Living and non-living thing is that. Increase in what? Correct. Increase in size is the answer. If none that I've answered this question before now, many of you I'm sure will not choose increase in size. Is that also? Alright. Increase in biomass. So far bio is life. So living, non-living things don't have life. Then that of irritability, of course, non-living things do not respond to stimuli. Is that clear? Then that of what again? What other option is there? Locomotion. Locomotion is a transfer of the whole body of an organism to different location. All right. It is only animal that can do that. Not even all living thing can do that, let alone non-living thing. So the correct option there is what? increase in size. So non-living things can increase in size just as living things can increase in size. The increase in size of living thing is referred to as what? Growth. Alright? While increase in size for non-living thing is just increase, and their own can be reversible. Is that okay? Get a plastic in a hot environment, it can undergo thermal expansion. Are you there? That's increase in size. Get a wood in a water environment, it will increase in size. Is that not so? Leave a bread to decay for some time, it will increase in size. Those are non-living thing increasing in size. So both living thing and non-living thing can actually do what? Increase in size. Are we together? Now what's the next question?
The correct order of passage of food in the alimentary canal.
Alright, the correct order of passage of food in the alimentary canal. You need to give me the option for that one, the way it is.
We have animals.
Anus. Okay, ilium, vacuum, ilium, vacuum, rectum, anus. Next one is what? If you do not list all of them, I may not know which one is. But some of them, you can get more than one that is correct. You get, but there must be one that is more correct because of the arrangement of which one comes before which one. So none of you wrote all the options. Please. Okay. Let me see my dear. Okay, option. What number of question is that? Number 10.
14.
10 or 14?
14.
Okay, number 14. The correct order of the passage of food in the alimentary canal is dash ilium, calcium, rectum, anus, which sounds good. Jejunum, rectum, calcium, and anus. Not really. Calcium, ilium, large intestine, and anus. Ilium, calcium. Okay, the correct option is D. Ilium, calcium. The correct option is D. Do I have anybody that wrote A?
Yes.
A is also correct. You get? A is also correct.
Yes.
Because the order of the passage of food is number 1, the mouth to the esophagus, from the esophagus to the stomach, from the stomach to the duodenum. Duodenum is the first part of the small intestine, then the jejunum to the ilium. So the after the okay. So after the ilium, the entrance to the large intestine is what we call the calcium. Do you understand? Then the large intestine, which includes the ascending colon and descending colon. Alright? After which we get the rectum. Alright, and immediately after the rectum we get what? The anus. So that's the correct passage of food in the alimentary canal. Next question.
Radically, semi-thinkally, definition of.
Is it Latin you are saying? Yes, my dear.
Radically, segmentically, is a future common to
Do you understand what you read it?
Radially symmetrical is a
Okay, radially symmetrical. Radially symmetrical. Radially symmetrical is a feature of dash. We have solentrator, right?
Yeah.
We have platyhelminth. Who is your biology teacher? Please, I'm not your biology teacher.
My mom has course.
So we have solentrates, we have platyhelminth, we have nematode. Let's give you nematode.
No.
So what other option is there? What other options now? They have platyhelminth, arthropoda, and which other one? So what's the answer? Do you have two solentrates there?
No.
You just mentioned 3 options. It should be 4.
It should be 4.
Nematode, platyhelminth, arthropods. So, what's the answer to that question? Solentrator is the correct option actually. The radial symmetrical body plan. Now, every organism have what we call the type of body plan. You get what's the fact? Porifera. Porifera, no sponges now. Porifera and the solentrate are radially symmetrical. Are you there? And platyhelminths are bilaterally symmetrical. Bi means two-faced. So they are platyhelminths are flatworms. You know that flatworms, which include tapeworm, planaria, liver fluke, and all that. So they are bilaterally symmetrical in their body plan, right? Then nematodes are cylindrical body plan. Annually, the nematode are look like a cylinder, so they have what? Cylindrical body plan, and so on and so forth. So the answer to that place is what? Solentrator. Next question.
Which are the following is used mainly for balancing?
Alright, which of the following fin is used mainly for balancing a fish? Fish, what they use in swimming is what we call fin, and we have different of them. Alright, we have the pectoral, the anal, the caudal, the dorsal, and so on. So the dorsal fin is actually used for balancing in fish. Is that clear? The dorsal fin. While the caudal fin is used to propel the fish forward. Is that clear? Pectoral and anal fin is used for steering. Alright? And the anal fin and the pelvic can as well be used to keep afloat. But in order to dive different position or balancing, that is the function of what? The dorsal fin, the one at the back. Alright? The dorsal fin, that's the answer. Next question.
The beak of a dog is structurally
Okay, the beak of a duck is structurally adapted for scooping and sieving food. Alright, for what? Scooping and what? Sieving food. The beak of dog is, beak of birds differ, and the type of your beak will depend on the mode of the feeding. Is that clear? For that of hen, they do selective feeding. They pick one thing at a time. Are you following? And most important characteristics that make reptiles to conquer terrestrial habitat. Of course, terrestrial habitat is living on the land. Aquatic habitat is living on the water. And of course, if you study the evolution of animals, you will discover that Pisces are aquatic, right? Amphibians, though, can live on land but must return to water to breed. Amphibians must return to water to what? Breed. During reproduction, they return to water. So one of the reasons that make reptiles not to return to water, most reptiles live on land, right? So one of the things that make them not to return to water is the position of the amniotic egg. Amniotic egg. Alright, so the egg has the content that the embryo can feed on and develop. You understand? They can feed on and develop. So that is why there are 3 types of sexual reproduction. I believe you know. What are the 3 types of sexual reproduction we have? Arsenal session. Hey, who is your biology teacher? Binary, all of those are sexual reproduction. I am talking of sexual reproduction, types of sexual reproduction. They include oviparity. Ovoviviparity. And viviparity. Alright, so for Pisces, that is fishes, they are oviparous. Fishes lay unfertilized egg in the water. Alright, and the male counterpart goes to the water bank where those eggs are laid and spread them over it and fertilize it. Alright, and that is why they lay numerous eggs, because most of them are going to be carried by water. Are you following? So the fertilization of the egg is outside the body of the fish. Okay, and the embryo development starts and complete outside the body of the female fish. Is that clear? So that type of sexual reproduction is called what? Oviparity. Is that okay? Now, ovoviviparity is the one that the fertilization of the egg is inside the female body. Embryo development starts in the female body and complete outside the female body. Now, the human being develop outside the female body. What kind of human being are you? So in ovoviviparity, that is for amphibians. Okay, the egg starts its development inside the female body, and later it's going to be laid out, and completion of the embryo is outside the female body. Is that clear? So amphibians and certain reptiles are ovoviviparous. Is that okay? Alright, then viviparity is the one in which the embryo development starts and completes inside the female body. Okay, and those are the one that has to do with mammals. Okay, next question. So the major reason why I brought this is the fact that the reason why reptiles was able to conquer terrestrial habitats is because of position of what? Amniotic egg, even though that scaly skin is with other characteristics too. You understand? Scaly skin is another characteristic which makes them to be able to absorb the high nature intensity of the sun hitting on them. They don't feel it, you get? But if there is no reproduction, they will go in extinction before you get to know them. Do you understand? So one of the things that make them to conquer it and live there successfully is because of amniotic egg.
Go
on.
How does ants reproduce? Ants.
How they reproduce?
Yeah.
They reproduce by reproducing. Okay, now. Amniotic egg. Yes, scaly skin can form. Senior. You will say you not throw away the other option. It's a marble and yellow. I wonder. So insects reproduce sexually now. Okay, you say ants. Yes, of course. What is your problem? Now, I want you to note that sexual reproduction does not mean copulation. Copulation is meeting of the male and female counterparts. You get? That does not mean sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means production of gametes. Do you understand me? So if there is production of gametes in that place, then it is sexually reproduced. Because there are organisms that don't have male and female, they reproduce sexually. Yes, now. Earthworm doesn't have male and female. Earthworm is hermaphrodite. Each earthworm is both male and female. You understand? So there's a point in the earthworm that produces egg. There's a point that produces sperm. You understand? And they both fertilize it. This is why you are doing like this. Don't you know that human being can be hermaphrodite too? Whether it exists, we'll go to God and ask God.